How do you fight loneliness? It just feels kind of like a big topic. That's why I love this ministry in Manta, Ecuador, named Bonsai. First off, I'm a child of the 80s, so I love the name Bonsai because it reminds me of the Karate Kid and Mr. Miyagi, who I always wanted to be my personal mentor. But the art of bonsai, and as he taught Daniel about bonsai, is the clipping away the things that need to go away and the allowance for things to grow that need to be grown. And that's exactly what this ministry is doing in Ecuador with the children that they serve. They start by giving them educational opportunities and resources and homework help and a safe place to do that, but with the intent to show them the love of Christ. And that's really where loneliness can be fought, is by giving belonging. But they take it a step above. Not only do they work with kids, but they work with the entire family. A lot harder to do, admittedly, but well worth it. I'm so encouraged by this interview. I hope you listen to how Will and Amanda are changing lives at Bonsai.
Loneliness is such a huge factor for people, and it doesn't sound like it would have that much of an impact on a person. But when a person feels that they have no one to help them, no one on their side, and no one to support them, that is a very, not only isolating place to be in, but a very discouraging place to be in.
One of our focuses is to work with parents. We try to be allies for them and walk alongside of them. Many of our parents are single moms. They're working, they're trying to pay bills, they're trying to raise their kids. And so what we do is we try to encourage them. We have conversations, we invite them to come and have coffee and breakfast with us, and we just talk. And a lot of times in those meetings, we just listen. They need to be heard. They need to release maybe some of their frustrations. And so the reason we focus so much on getting homework done is so that when they get home, they don't have that burden. They can make sure their child eats dinner, gets a bath, and can go to bed. And it's just one less stress that they have to worry about.
The thing that we've seen is that if families are not okay, the children that are a part of that family are not going to be okay. And so we can put a whole lot of effort into trying to help kids and to prepare kids. But what a lot of these kids need to be sure of and need to have security in is their family, the home that they live in. And so we try to make sure that we're an ally in that process and that we're not only working with kids, but with entire families in a more holistic way.
Working with the parents and especially with the moms is important because people don't have patience. The schools don't have patience for these moms. They don't have anybody to help. They're refugees. They're not even from Ecuador. And they don't have help. They don't have family or grandmas or grandpas to help. And so by what we do through Bonsai, we can be a family for people who don't have a family.
Man, to be family for people who don't have a family. Isn't that the heart of Christ? I think it is. See, Jesus came and he brought in those from the outside, right? He sat down and ate with the notorious sinners of that day. And that's what Will and Amanda are doing. Like, they're bringing in people. They're not just saying, hey, you belong here. They're actually inviting them to breakfast and preparing a meal and sitting down and laughing and sitting down and listening, sitting down and praying. These are the things that we're called to as Christ followers. It's not super difficult. The only sacrifice a lot of times is our time. I'm so thankful for ministries like Bonsai and Will and Amanda who have chosen to live this kind of lifestyle. And if you'd like to learn more about Bonsai, we've provided a link in the description. A couple years back, we also did a video to kind of share a little bit about what they do on the day-to-day with the kids. So if you want to check that out as well, that's here. And also, please just share these stories. These stories are for you to share so that more people would put their hope in Jesus. Thank you so much for watching. Hope to see you next time.